Hey guys, it's Drummond. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, make sure you click that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell so you know whenever I'm posting my next video, which lately it's just kind of been very sporadic, and I apologize for that because normally I try to stay on some type of schedule, but being quarantined kind of makes it a little bit easier for me to make more videos, and I just want to get them out as soon as possible, especially since the month of January and February I was really slacking on YouTube videos. So I apologize for that. But today's video is going to be all about starting over gay. And what I mean by that is when it comes to a gay person, most of the time you live your early life pretending to be someone that you're not. When it comes to being an adult, a lot of straight people are building upon a platform from their childhood all the way to their adulthood to where they are who they are today. Whereas when it comes to being a gay person or a transgender person or a lesbian, they most of the time are spending their entire childhood covering up who they are and trying to be someone that they think the world wants them to be. So when it comes to starting over gay, what I mean by that is by the time you come out, you pretty much have to start completely over. You have to figure out who you are as an adult. You have to go on your first dates where you're actually dating someone that you're actually interested in versus dating someone just to kind of cover up the fact that you're gay and you don't want anybody to find out. So I was actually reading a book called The Velvet Rage, which actually kind of sparked this idea for a video just because I thought that I was a very well-developed gay person. I have been out for 11 years and I was just like, you know what? I am very confident in myself. I'm very proud of who I am and I'm not afraid to tell people that I'm gay. I know that when I go out for job interviews or when I meet people, I don't really just go, hey, I'm gay. But if it gets brought up, I'm not ashamed of it. And I kind of just like, hey, I make YouTube videos. It's LGBT content. I'm not really ashamed of who I am. And it wasn't until I started reading The Velvet Rage that I realized that there were a couple things that because of the way I grew up as a child, pretending to be straight and pretending to be that good little Christian boy, I definitely realized that there was parts of me that aren't very developed when it came to being gay as an adult, just because most of my childhood was spent trying to cover up the fact that I was gay and create that perfect like lie or mask that I needed people to see so that they didn't know that I was gay. I know that there was some times when it kind of slipped out. I know that when it came to my family finding out about me being gay, my grandmother and granddad, I went to their house and they had internet, which at my house when I was little, I didn't have internet. So of course, you know what I was doing when they were asleep. I was kind of searching the internet for images and I was just like, oh my God, it would be so cool to print these images off and take them home with me. And the printer got jammed and didn't end up printing it. And I was just like, oh, that sucks. What I didn't do was cancel the job so that when my granddad fixed the printer that it didn't print off what I was trying to print. So yeah, my family found out about that. Thankfully, most of my family was very accepting about it. It wasn't an easy coming out story for me right at first, but it's definitely gotten a lot better. And I was extremely blessed with very open-minded grandparents. The only person that really took it kind of bad was my dad. And if you haven't already, there's tons of videos where I talk about that type of stuff if you want to check those out. I kind of wanted to hear what your stories were and about how you feel about coming out again or when it comes to starting over as a gay person. Because I know that when it comes to relationships, I dated several girls and honestly, I never really felt that extreme connection. Like I cared about them, but I didn't feel that extreme connection. So when I first started dating a guy, like that connection was just extremely strong. And that was when I was 19 years old. So at 19, I finally was in a relationship, whereas when you're straight, you're having relationships all through middle school, high school, maybe even elementary school, of course, college. And for me as a gay person, I didn't start until I was in college. And I think that has a huge impact on the way that we form relationships with people because for the longest time, so for most of our lives, we've been being fake and we had to hide who we were. So then when we're finally able to be in a relationship where we're actually able to love someone that we actually would fall in love with just because we're gay and we're sexually attracted to them as well, I think those emotions are just so much more intense. And then when it comes to like trying to figure out who we are. We have to kind of unlearn who we were pretending to be as a kid to make other people happy, and kind of learn to pick and choose what things from our childhood were actually the things that we liked versus the things that we pretended to like because that's what the world wanted from us at that time. So I'm curious to kind of hear your thoughts down in the comment section to how you feel if you're a gay person, how your life has kind of changed since you've come out, and do you feel like you had to start over? Do you think that there's things about your life that you had to rediscover as a gay person? I know one thing that I've done a lot of recently is actually looking back into some of my childhood memories and just kind of digging through them and trying to see like what memories were memories that were created because I was trying to cover up who I was or because I was scared of who I was. I know that I spent a lot of time in the shower praying to God that he would like wash away these sins, and that I would go to church and I just felt like a horrible person. And if you guys actually watch my video called A Different Kind of Coming Out Story, you guys will kind of figure out why my childhood was a little bit different and how that kind of sculpted my mind into thinking the fact that I was gay was a very sinful thing. And honestly, I will say that when it came to me coming out, because I am a very religious person, I had to come out on many different levels. I had to come out as a gay person, then I kind of had to come out as a gay Christian, and then I kind of had to figure out how those two worlds meshed, because society says they don't. Society says you cannot be gay and a Christian at the same time, and I've been told by so many people, there are so many comments on my YouTube videos that I've deleted because I don't like that kind of negativity on my channel, but there have been several times where people are just like, you can't be gay and Christian at the same time. But for me, it's been a long road of self-discovery. I think that a lot of people, when it comes to this type of self-discovery that I've gone through, a lot of people try to cover that up and hide the pain instead of dealing with it. And I think that's just going to cause a lot more problems down the road for those people. So I am definitely the type of person that would encourage you to kind of figure out who you are as a person and go back into your past and try to figure out if there was anything from your past that might be still blocking you from being an amazing person right now. So I know for me, when it comes to thinking about getting married, my brain just goes, you're going to get married to a woman and she's going to wear a dress and you're going to wear a tux, just because that's all I've ever really seen. And the nice thing is, now that social media is so prevalent in everyone's lives, I'm starting to see gay weddings, and I find those to be extremely beautiful. And I really just hope that there's more and more of them out there so that we can kind of get used to that, because it would be nice to have a generation that grows up that doesn't think that being gay is different or weird. It's just they're gay and those people are straight, or these people are non-binary and these people are transgender. One day we're going to get to the point where that is how everyone's going to live, and it's just going to be an amazing time. I really hope that I live to see it. If not, I hope that my kids, if I ever have kids, I hope they are able to see it, just because I think that will be an amazing time. But that's all I have for you guys in this video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this. If you have any video suggestions, feel free to leave those in the comment section as well, and hope you guys are having a great week. Bye.